North End. This includes parents dropping off their students in the morning. Please enter the parking lot at the south end and exit the parking lot at the north end. Thank you. And now entering the field, the Plymouth High School Marching Band. To honor America, let's all stand and join with the Plymouth High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Jason Sobranek in the playing of our national anthem. The Plymouth High School Marching Band. The Homecoming 2019 at Warner Finke Field.
Welcome to Plymouth High School and Finke Field and Plymouth Panther football. Tonight the Plymouth Panthers host the Kewaskum Indians in a conference game that's pretty big tonight, Scott.
Well, I tell you what, we've always had trouble with Kewaskum. We beat them handily last year. This year's a different year. We come in 4-1, 3-0 in conference. They come in 3-2, 2-1 in conference. Their one loss out of conference was against a big school out of Northern Illinois. So they lost to Winneconne by 2. They always play a tough new coaching staff this year, though. And it's homecoming week. Sometimes that's great, and sometimes there's a lot of distractions.
Exactly. You're exactly right. Well, it's not a perfect night for football, but it is football no matter what. A little damp tonight. Most people would say you and I are all wet tonight. They'd be right.
They're absolutely. Well, you know, and the thing is, you're going to be, unless it's thundering and lightning in football and soccer, you're playing.
And there is some threatening weather coming out of the west that might have some thunder and lightning in it, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Again, Brad Balbrick along with Scott Richards and you know, homecoming night. It's all good stuff. Nice day for the kids as far as the festivities, but I tell you, they would like a little bit better weather for sure.
Well, and another big deal this year is the class of 1969.
Which you are a member of.
I have to admit it. We have a lot of people coming to the game now. What we did is try to set aside some space for them, but with the rain, we may not know if they'll be here.
Gail Graham, Jim Beaver, Pat Brunette, Jeremy Ross.
Well, again, Brad Balbrick along with Scott Richards. We got Kurt Zope on the camera and Gary Kaiser in our mixer room kind of thing, taking care of business. And we've been blessed with the presence of, well, maybe not blessed. Mike Briggs is here.
He's security.
He's late arrival.
We have to keep, you know, our fans.
Autograph phones.
Before we even get going, Brad, I really want to compliment the ground crew. You look at that field,
Absolutely.
That is gorgeous. Ryan Rush and the other staff, you know, those are the unsung heroes. Those people, our custodial staff, our grounds crew, our maintenance crew, everybody, the gals and guys selling tickets that you don't see. You don't understand. Yep. They're giving up Friday night. They're giving up a lot of time, and they do a great job in Plymouth. Well, here's the bottom line. They take pride.
Well, I was just going to say that, Scott. You know, one of the things that we've always talked about, our years of coaching and all that, Panther pride. And even the maintenance staff, and I shouldn't say even, the maintenance staff takes heart in that too just as well, and they do a wonderful job, like you said.
Well, The only way this program is possible is through sponsorship. The advertisers in this book make TV 14 sponsored team call the backers. It's important to read the ads often, and some of those backers have been with us for a long time. Plymouth Community Television invites you to become a member of the backers, and we'll spread the word about your fine business organization. As a member, your business organization will be supporting the continuation of quality program on TV 14. For more information, call Ginny at 920-933-3382 or Scott at 920-889-1819. Check them out at the studio website, PlymouthTV.org. We are streamed live tonight, as all our football, basketball, and boys and girls basketball games are. And you'd be surprised at the people that do pick it up. I'll bet tonight there's more of them watching it on TV because of the weather. It's not ideal, but it is what it is, and we're about ready to let her rip. Litke and Gossi back deep.
Be Litke. Well, that's Gossi. Over the outside edge, he's got a little bit of room, and he'll slip down. And that might be a telling tale all night here.
Again, the field looks great. It won't look as great now. The freshmen played here last night. Freshmen got beat 21-14. I have another family tie-in here because the grandkids are from Kewaskum. One of them came with me. Was a little nervous to walk out in the field with me with the captain's pregame ceremony because he had his Kewaskum jersey on, but that's okay. I'm
got to take pride in where you're at.
You darn right.
1st and 10 Panthers at their own 33-yard line.
Plymouth has played well the last couple of weeks.
A follow right here. Gain of about 17 yards.
Rambles into
Booth, so you add another blocker because you add Gossi as your blocker. You make the fake them. We used to call that when we were coaching fullback follow or quarterback follow.
Right. Very well done. Brings up a 1st and 10 at midfield. I'll tell you, if the Panthers can establish the run and be successful with it, that's huge on a night like tonight, Scott. And
Gossi on the outside.
He's got some speed to get to the edge. He's down the corner, and he's going to gain another 15 and plus. Two more, another 17. Litke for the jet sweep for 17 yards.
We'll give you that starting offense. 8, Cooper Gossi, running back. 11, Cole Booth, quarterback. 15, Aiden Riley, wide receiver. 62, Matt Tim, one lineman. 65, Evan Lottig, another. 67, Lonzo Spindler in the line. 71, Isaac Kraus. 77, Austin Zeveld. Receivers, John Tomey, 84, Ben Olsen, 87, and Ben Canales, 88.
Well, another nice hole open by the line, and now he's going to take it down from the 33 down inside the 23 down to about the 22-yard line. Another gain of about 11, even 12. I mean, a gain of 17, Scott, 17 and 12. This dream come true for a start.
It's way to step. Again, Jason Pittman was the head coach. He retired after last year. They got new coaches. Everybody likes them. You got to have some studs, but.
Wide open out here with Gossi.
We might
looking. He's going to score.
He scored. I saw a hold. We got away with a big-time hold, but that's okay.
Well, I'm not sure so much a hold is stock blocking, but I have to tell you, it almost looked like the Kewaskum defensive weren't really interested in really putting a shoulder on somebody, and he got outside, and Gossi really was patient with his footwork.
Oh, he did a great job. I'm not so sure they realized the game started at 7. You know, they didn't. They put up, what was it, 5 plays?
Cooper Gossi on to attempt the extra.
That's 4 plays, touchdown. 4 plays and a touchdown, a 15-12 and a 22-yard touchdown run.
Hold from Booth, snap from Ben Canals.
Field goes up and good. With 10:52 left in the first quarter, Panthers score quickly, 7-0 Panthers.
Paddock Club in Elkhart Lake, where Chef Lynn Chisholm celebrates the bounty from local farmers using old world techniques, making artisanal handmade pasta, bread, house smoked meat sandwiches, and much more. Stop in on Tuesday for their special small plate menu that changes weekly. You can try multiple dishes at very reasonable prices. Open Tuesday through Saturday in the dining room or serve it at the bar. Food made with love for you and your family. Miller & Belt Incorporated, Hillendale Road in Plymouth. If you're serious about your lawn, you should get a lawn gardener tractor sold by someone who is dedicated to knowing their products. That's why more and more people are realizing the value in purchasing a lawn and garden tractor from a local independent Simplicity dealer like Miller & Belt. They have test drives, financing plans, service techs, setup and delivery, and of course, the best tractors and zero-turn mowers. Visit Miller & Belt and see the difference a Simplicity lawn care specialist makes simplicity the way to a beautiful lawn. We will always say, if you can, support our sponsors because they support us and the youth and athletics in Plymouth, Wisconsin.
So this will be real interesting with the Panthers going on defense. You know, I didn't see a whole lot of intensity and hard licking going on out there. And Kewaskum's always been notorious for being a tough team.
Well, that's the one thing we always knew coming in. They were going to be tough. Sometimes we saw it maybe a little sketchy, but they're tough kids. It's a football community, that's for sure.
Line drive down to the 10-yard line, picks it up. He's going to return it out to the 26-yard line, 1st and 10.
So the Panthers march down the field in about a minute and a half.
Brings the ball out.
Unbelievable. Less than a minute and a half.
First down, Kewaskum.
So the Indians take over. Panther defense. Sam Shutter, an outside linebacker, playing with a broken hand that he suffered a couple weeks ago. Jack Lidke at a D-back. Gossi at a D-back. Aiden Riley at safety. Seth Connery at a linebacker. 33 Mason Helmer at a linebacker. 52 Josh Coley at nose. We'll get this after the play.
1st and 10 at their own 26. Jet sweep over to the right side. A lot of black shirts out there, and they're going to run it out to the sideline.
Bosher runs the jet.
And he just shrunk it out. They're going to lose 2 yards on that, Scott.
And the difference in that play and Gossi's touchdown runs, their receiver didn't block.
Right. And he maybe could have turned that up and got a positive 1 or 2. Yeah. There wasn't a whole lot there. He just kept going to the sideline, and then there was nothing.
Get back to the lineup. Wyatt Smurz, 57 at a D end. Evan Lodwick, 65 down at a tackle. Tomey, 84 at a DB. Ben Olsen, 87 at a linebacker. That's the starting defense for the Panthers.
They rule him down. I'm not sure his knee went down, but the official indeed marked him down. It'll be a loss of about another yard. Brings up 3rd and 14.
Now, for the early part of the season, Kewaskum was rotating quarterbacks every play. They both have similar talents. You know, a lot of times you'll bring in a quarterback for a change of pace, maybe a runner instead of a passer. But they sort of seem to have settled in, talking to some people that one of the quarterback plays more, but they both play, Cook and Daniel.
Well, hopefully both are on the field at the same time, though. If they have one sitting on the sideline,
they're coming off.
Usually one of your better athletes. Put them in a wide out or something like that. In motion again. Dive over left side. He's going to hop jump it. He's going to try to get that first down. Going to come up short by about 4 yards. It'll bring up 4th and 4.
J.J. Thal, the ball carrier, is very, very quick. A couple years ago, his brother Brandon Thal was the leading rusher in the state. J.J.'s a little bit smaller, but nonetheless, 3 and out. Quassum's going to have to kick it. Gossi back deep in single safety. Riley the up back.
Decent punt. Good return here. Gussie up the middle, loses his footing again. That's kind of what I was talking about when he ran the touchdown run. He was very patient and kept his feet underneath him, and there he just lost his footing again.
I just hope it doesn't happen at the homecoming dance tomorrow night. You know, that'd be embarrassing for him. Plymouth Piggly Wiggly Eastern Avenue is your one-stop shop for all your party needs. Their deli department has a variety of subs, party trays, and homemade signature salads. Don't forget the fresh baked hard rolls. Remember, shop the pig and save. Go Panthers.
1st and 10 Panthers at their own 46. They began the first drive, which ended in a touchdown at their own 33, so good field position for the Panthers. You know, I don't expect the ball being in the air considering the success that we had on the ground. It started out with that quarterback lead, and Booth all the way, made a nice cut.
Booth finds a hole in the
54-yard touchdown run, Scott. An amazing start.
It's an amazing start. There was obviously some good blocking, but that was nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy at all.
But I'll tell you, we go back to that Berlin game, Brad, where they executed so well. And they played Campbellsport, not as good a team. They're executing well. I'll tell you, that offensive line, and they're young. They are all juniors. They're making a statement.
Kick is Good. 14-0 with 8:36 left in the first quarter, Scott.
8:36 to go in the first quarter. JDL Automotive and Detailing, Western Avenue, is Sheboygan County's premier automotive detailing center. We will detail your vehicle like it's our own. JDL Automotive, powered by trust, driven by value. Plymouth Furniture, Eastern Avenue, is located on Eastern Avenue in Plymouth. They have over 40 mattress styles on display from Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Stearns & Foster. Plymouth Furniture has the largest selection of furniture and mattresses in the area with an amazing selection. Sofas, recliners, lift chairs, lodge furniture, dining room furniture, custom-made Amish furniture, and bedroom furniture. They carry quality brands, Flex Steel, Southern Motion, Best, and Ashley. Make sure to visit the back of Plymouth Furniture, where you will find the area's largest furniture clearance center with great deals on mattresses and other furniture.
Bosher and Jed Irmer.
Well, awfully quick start here.
Well,
I mean,
we're a pretty good team. I can't figure. And you and I have watched Quasim for 30-some years. I can't figure this out. I don't think they're this bad.
Well, decent kick down here to the 5. Return there. And he's down at the 26. Even that run, Scott, was not, it was like.
Nobody got blocked.
Nobody got blocked, and he went down so he wouldn't get hit almost, you know.
Every sport you play, there's emotion involved.
Exactly.
There, you get emotion and rhythm. You know, your coaching takes care of the sets and what you do. But, you know, well, maybe this homecoming has been a great, emotional, fantastic experience for all the kids and all the sports and activities in Plymouth. But right now, this football team, the way they're playing.
1st and 10 at their own 26. Dive over to the left side. Going to gain about 3.
Hand off to Jake.
Oh, 4. Out to the 30-yard line.
Moves the pile.
You know, Kewaskum
It'll be 2nd and 6.
They were basically 4-4, but they moved it around a lot. I haven't seen that at all on defense.
Yeah.
Offense, similar to what they've been running. Now the coach they got, again, the kids say he's doing a great job and the people like what he's doing, but it's still a change. And it wasn't a change from what they expected. So
brings up 2nd and 6.
Offset backfield with the fullback off to the right of the tailback.
You'd expect him to come this way, but it's straight drop, quick out, and caught, and going to run him out of bounds.
They'll get a first down though.
To Josh Bosher.
Bosher on a catch, run out of bounds.
Ball is placed on
by number 84, who is
John Tomey.
John Tomey. Thank you, Scott. 1st and 10. First down for the Kewaskum Indians. Dive over to the left side. Nothing there. He's going to lose a yard.
Well, Thal is
no gain, I should
very
say.
big. 5'9", 150. And again, when you're going to, you know, what's really happened, Brad, though, in the course of the season, this is almost 2 players are playing one way. Coley plays one way, Smers plays one day, Shutter's playing one way.
Yep. I tell you, when you can do that, your coaching becomes a whole lot easier, and you get kids enthusiastic that have not been playing much, but also they're on the field a lot.
Nice throw.
Nice throw.
Well, Daniels
dragged down there by Litkey. Boy, I tell you, that was on the money, Scott. If he throws it a little bit behind him or a little bit ahead of him, it's picked either which way.
Michael Daniels is, again, I know some of these kids through the relationship I have with my grandchildren in Kewaskum. And Mike Daniels, nice kid, good athlete. He's switched off with Tyler Cook, who's probably more the runner, a little more of a runner.
1st and 10 inside of Panther territory, 47-yard line. Panthers showing a 5-2 look right here. And pretty well defended right there.
Hands off.
Tell you, the running back made a really bad decision there.
You tell me after that kid just showed a great pass. They're switching quarterbacks every play.
Right.
That you don't, you know, I'm not coaching them, so I'm going to be cautious here, but I just don't think you get rhythm as a QB, and but I guess they got to do what they feel is best for their team.
Loss of 4. It'll be 2nd and 14.
Well, it's been run and then pass. Well, now at 2nd and 14, it's more likely it's a pass.
Now you see a 3-man front.
Now
it's a 5-man front, but you aren't going to see all 5 come. as a pass rush. You might see one of the outside backers, and indeed, snap was high. It's on the ground. The Panthers are going to come up with this one.
The snap is fumbled.
And they do.
And they switch quarterbacks every play.
Recovered by number 25, Scott.
Right,
help me out.
I had number 25, Seth Connery.
Nice job by Connery to get there. That ball was loose on the ground, and I tell you, on a slick field like this, you better secure it, and it was hard to secure, but Connery did the job.
Connery really hustled on that play. He really hustled, coming from your linebacker. He might have been coming in hard on a blitz, but definitely came in hard.
1st and 10 inside Kewaskum territory at their own 36-yard line. 5:56 left in his first quarter. Panthers up by 14. Here's a follow over the left side. Booth is going to get maybe a half a yard.
Cole Booth finds no room over the
well played by Kewaskum. Nothing there. Almost looked, Brad, like they had a slant.
I think if he would have stayed with it a little bit and just run to the edge, he might have got 1 or 2 or maybe 3. But he wanted to make a cut. And to his defense, on the last touchdown run he made a decisive cut, and it really worked for him. 2nd and 10. We'll go with no gain there. Well, if the rain holds off here, it's a nice night.
Oh, yeah.
First pass of the game for Booth. Outside, and
no,
they're going to rule it incomplete.
Booth's pass is incomplete.
A little bit down and dirty.
To Lidke.
Intended for Jack Lidke.
Nobody could catch it but the Panther.
3rd and 10.
Okay, Brad, you're at the 36. I think it's 4 downs.
You know, I was just thinking about that. There's no way you give up the ball. Your defense is playing pretty well. You got a 14-point lead.
Right.
You could pin him back and say, okay, we'll get this field position back again if we play well defensively. So, you leave that up to the coaches, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
Straight drop. Oh, wide open over here.
Ben Knaus.
He's not going to go down easy. Ben's a competitor.
Complete to Ben Knaus.
Nice, boy, I tell you, Booth did a nice job surveying the field. His first look, Kewaskum switched from a bump defense, backed off. He came back to the left. Knaus did a drag pattern wide open. You know,
I tell you, that's a long drag. Your offensive line has, and they had a blitz coming on, and good, well protected for Booth to get that ball off after a long drag route by the tight end.
Ben showed the agility he's going to need to pick up the toilet paper on his front yard this weekend. There's that
comes a
quarterback
follow again. Booth over the right side. He's going to get down inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and maybe a yard. Panthers knocking on the door again.
There was some good blocking, though. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. And Booth fouled his blockers very, very well.
About an 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2.
Second and a yard. They have it 2nd and 2. I have it 2nd and 1. I'm better.
Gossie's,
he's going to lose a yard or get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well played by Kewaskum. Just as he was making the outside cut, they got a hold of him. Oops.
I saw Kevin and Ruth Rader here, and I was wondering why they're here. But that's Gossie's aunt.
Okay.
Ruth is Gossie's aunt.
We always go to the false connection with Coop, and we give him a lot of grief about it. But his dad,
Keith,
sadly,
or not Keith, Kevin.
John. You know, John Gossie passed away when Coop was 5.
Exactly. Fumbled handoff.
Looked like a mix-up.
I think that was supposed to be a direct snap almost to.
I don't know.
It was befuddled.
It looks to me like they're going to try to kick a field goal. So Gossie will kick.
Yep. Indeed, they will.
Yep.
Be 4th and 5.
Yeah, that first game of the year, he nailed 3 of them. The longest, just over 40 yards.
Gussie will attempt a 29-yard field goal.
Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is
buried it.
Good.
That was really well done.
3 points again. 17-0. 3:07 left in the first quarter.
Your Plymouth Panthers.
Papa Murphy's Pizza, North Highland Avenue, right next to Family Video here in Plymouth. Also find it Sheboygan North at Calumet Square. Papa Murphy's offers custom-made take-and-bake pizzas featuring high-quality fresh toppings generously layered on dough made fresh each morning. Experience the home-baked aroma of a convenient, delicious meal. Papa Murphy's, we make it, you bake it. Visit us at one of our 2 Sheboygan County locations, as we mentioned, in Plymouth and Sheboygan on the north side. Napa Auto Parts in Plymouth, 107 Clover Lane. Stop in at your locally owned Napa Parts store located on Clover Lane in Plymouth for all your auto parts needs. Additional stores can be found in Random Lake, Sheboygan, and Sheboygan Falls. 20/20 Visions, Dr. Sharon Robert and Brad Wickland. 20/20 Visions has been dedicated to the eye care needs of their patients for over 20 years. They're committed to providing the best care possible. It's time for your checkup. Call 20/20 Visions at 893-EYES to schedule it. Be wise, take care of your eyes as Gossi kicks it off for the third time.
Got a spinner down just inside the 10 there. Oh, he lost his balance. If he could have turned that up, he had the edge there, Scott.
He did have he had a crease, no question.
Up the Kewaskum sideline out to the...
Now, that's an Ermer that returned that, and there are Ermers that are related to Brandon Ermer and those guys that played for us years ago. They had cousins on there, so that's probably a long lineage there.
You know, Kewaskum had something going on their last drive, and then a bat. First of all, the line stopped Thull, and then they switched quarterbacks, and then a bad snap. They had some stuff going.
First at the 10 at their own 28. Shotgun and a handoff, and nothing there. Nothing going. That running back has had really little opportunity to get anything going.
He's a tough kid, but as little as he is, inside the tackles, he's going to need some help. Yep. I tell you, Josh Coley has really stepped up. Only a junior as their nose tackle.
He's come a long way this year.
Well, he's growing, first of all, and he's just figured out that, hey, listen, I want to play, and I've got it. He's playing well.
Loss of a long yard. 2nd and 11. Straight drop. He's looking long. And overthrown.
Well thrown ball, right where it should have been. Nobody else, but they basically, that was a two receivers out. Max protection. So 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12.
Well, you know, if you're a Kewaskum coach, you're saying, okay, what can I do to get something started here? You know, but then if you go to your junk or something trick play, that defeats the purpose.
You might have to mix it up, though, and throw it on 1st down.
Exactly.
Because they have run it on 1st down every time, throwing it on 2nd down, partly because they're in kind of a hole on 2nd down.
Split right, tight end right, single back. And I don't know if that ball was tipped or if he got hit just as he let it go. Incomplete, brings up 4th and 11. Panthers will get the ball back. They get the ball back again with 2:21 left in this first quarter. All Panthers so far in this game.
In punt formation.
So now they put Gossi and Riley deep, both with good hands. They're at about 35 yards. First punt was a good one by Michael Daniel. Not as good on this one. A little more pressure.
You know how I feel about this, Scott.
Yeah, I know. That might. Now, they touched it but didn't down it. I don't know why Riley gave him a shove. Or if he touched it, Riley pick up the ball, he can run.
First touch is where the ball is going to be marked if you don't come up with the ball.
Right.
You know? But if you want to pick it up and advance it to the touchdown, you're going to get the touchdown. They have to secure the ball for a touch.
Right. I've seen the tough side of that. But all right, so the Panthers have the ball. 2:08 to go in the first quarter, already leading the Kewaskum Indians 17-0. 4 teams were picked to be in the fight for the conference. Berlin, Plymouth, Kewaskum, Winneconne, and right now it looks like it's going to be
Booth over the side here, makes a nifty move. Boy, I tell you, he made some nice moves. He's got a blocker in front of him. Riley in front of him. He'll get caught from behind.
Cole Booth avoids tacklers for a breakaway run down to the Indian 20.
Booth is kind of complaining he was hauled down by a horse collar. I'm not sure that was the case there, but I would tell you there was a safety there that really was not interested in making a play.
Not at all. Well, I'll tell you what, you know, you look at a good athlete. Cole Booth is a point guard. You see some point guard skills. But I'll tell you what, you and I and all of our coaching staff encourages kids to play as many sports as they want.
Absolutely.
We would definitely encourage them to play too. We can't tell him what to do, but he's an example. 3 sports. He was this year football, basketball, and tennis.
Well, you know, I go back to Ron Dane. Ron Dane would not have come to Wisconsin unless Wisconsin would let him throw discus. He's a world-class discus thrower at that time. And they said, Yeah, you can throw discus. You can go to a track team. No other program would allow him to do that. And he came to Wisconsin for that. And after a while, he said, my bread is buttered in the backfield.
Well, you know what? They got a kid that's committing that is a track champion. And he started playing football, and he's amazingly fast. He says, can I do both? And they're doing the same thing with him.
Good.
He's a 100-meter guy.
Straight drop by Gussie. Going to swing it over here. And Olson.
Good play, Ben Olson.
Yep.
Full boost pass is complete.
Gain of about 7. He'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Ben Olson now. Homecoming's done differently. They have representatives from various areas. And Benny Olson, I saw him in the parade. They cleaned him up well. He looked good.
The kids always look good. I tell you, they do it upright.
I tell you, we have a lot of nice kids. We've got a tremendous compliment about the young man that has had some medical issues that this team took under their wings a little bit. And
Booth, just a straight drop, straight draw. He's going to burst through the middle. He's going to gain about 8 yards, 9 yards. They're down to, the 11-yard line. First and 10 from the 11.
Probably one more play in this quarter. The wind, there's really not a lot of wind.
Non-existent. The dampness is there, but we have no precipitation falling at this point.
I tell you, Spindler threw a real nice block. Just pancaked somebody on that last run by Booth.
First and 10 at the 11. Booth over the left side.
Shot a gap.
Booth is met in the backfield.
He's going to get 2 yards out of it where he should have probably got nothing.
Sam Schultz.
Well, Cole Booth, he's a pretty well put together athlete. They list him at 6'1", 180. I bet he's all at 180.
End of the first quarter, Panthers lead 17-0.
17. The Kewaskum Indians 0.
Plymouth Plumbing and Heating, the corner of PP and Pleasant View, offers a wide variety of services, including faucet repair, drain cleaning, and radon mitigation. They also feature a large range of products from water heaters and softeners to boilers and disposals. Plus, they handle a full line of Kohler products. All this at Plymouth Plumbing and Heating on the corner of PP and Pleasant View Road. Check out the beautiful Kohler showroom at Plymouth Plumbing and Heating. It's a great place to gather ideas for that new kitchen, bath, or laundry. Their website, PlymouthPlumbers.com. Don't forget, like them on Facebook. State Farm Insurance and Financial Services, Jim Schultz is your agent, 117 Milwaukee Street in Plymouth. Football fans know some things just go together. Quarterbacks and receivers, face paint and superfans, game days and tailgates. State Farm agent Jim Schultz knows another winning combination, home and auto. Jim and his team are here to help life go right when you combine your home and auto insurance, which saves you time and money. So get your home and auto on the same team and score some savings. Call Jim Schultz at 893-9668. So we start a new quarter with a 17-0 lead, Brad. It was all Panthers.
Absolutely. You know, Scott, I just noticed our down and distance markers and all that stuff. They just got down there. It takes them a while to go from one end of the field to get to the other, those old farts out there. It takes them a while.
Yeah. I don't know who's all there, and I know.
Well, your brother John's out there.
John's been a little busy at work.
Maybe, okay.
Randy Schmidt, Wayne Hogue.
A throw back against the grain. You're going to have a flag for a personal foul late hit on Cole Booth, but
Cooper Gussie for a Plymouth.
Wayne Hogue, John Richards, Randy Schmidt, Ryan Riley once in a while, Steve Rolson.
There's a flag on the field.
I tell you, the fake in the backfield was to Gussie. Yep. And he went through the line and then dragged away from the roll of Cole Booth. Well-designed play and well-executed, easy touchdown, 23-0 with a few extra point to go.
The passer is indicated against Kewaskum.
They're going to enforce that on the kickoff.
Right. That's great. I can't tell you when that change was taking place in all of football, but it's a great change. The penalty is a penalty, and especially that penalty. It wasn't a real malicious-looking roughing.
But it didn't have to happen.
It didn't have to happen.
Exactly. Kick is good. 24-0 with 11:56 in the second quarter. I expected a much tougher game, but right now the Panthers are running on all cylinders.
Oh, good Lord. Well, Racers Hall and Charcoal Grill, County C, east of Plymouth, offers many entertainment opportunities for a fun day or evening out. Watch your favorite game or race on TV, enjoy the outdoors, playing horseshoes, watching garden tractor pulls, taking in a view on one of the decks. During winter, they have multiple games inside, Beanbag League, Women's Pool League. Their banquet hall is available for weddings, parties, fundraisers, and business meetings. The class of '69 will be meeting there tomorrow night, I might add. We have daily drink specials and a full menu, including appetizers, sandwiches, open-faced ribeye, fish fry, and roasted chicken. Business hours, Tuesday to Sunday, 11 to bar close. Restaurant, 11 to 9. Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 5. 11 to 5 on Sunday. For more information, go to racershall.com, where great food and fun is what it's all about. And yes, it's starting to rain harder.
Well, I saw a little bit of a flash, but I didn't hear a thunder.
I saw it well north of here. Did you too?
I saw something to the south of us, and that would be dangerous for us.
The referees will have a meter, and if it's when it used to be 30 miles, but I think now it's at 8 miles. And if it is, you're stopping it. Not only are you stopping it, it sits for a half hour.
Right.
And we don't want to be up here. That's for darn sure. While we're up here now, we both got to be a little nuts.
Now, do you kick the ball into the end zone here, or do you do something high and short? Oh, they're going to onside kick. Ball is loose and covered there.
Good move. But somebody will say, well, you're up 24-0. I'll say it's 11 minutes to go, almost 12 to go in the first half.
Now, the Kewaskum coaches might not appreciate that, but strategically, you only got 1 quarter in the game done. So everything's free game yet.
I don't know all their coaches. I know a few. Tim Rollinger and I talked before the game a little bit. I think they understand. Usually you don't want to rub it in anybody's face.
Well,
however,
that's because you're kicking off in their territory. Why not?
And you're kicking off because your kid roughed our quarterback. Let's see if they can get anything going. The Panther defense has been very, very stout.
Kewaskum at their own 35-yard line. Fake and thrown wide here. And wrestled down.
Good play, well played.
Jed Ermer.
33-4.
Gains about
Mason Helmer, nice play, Mason Helmer. That's not easy. You're a linebacker like that out in space. There's another kid that's playing one way on defense. He did not start at first game, or maybe 2, but he's earned his keep playing very, very well.
It's nice to see kids step up and gain confidence and play the game the way they want.
Well, he's growing too, you know.
It always helps. Same play, run back this way in the dirt, no good.
That was not a well-thrown ball.
No.
Daniel's pass is incomplete.
It looked like he really didn't have a handle on it when he threw it. Well, you played in some quarterback. You know you got to have a handle.
Well, it looked like he just had to throw it so quickly, you know, like a guy like Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre, those big hands. But that one, it looked like he didn't have the strings, almost like he shot-putted it. And they switch quarterbacks again with Ty Cook. And again, he is perceived as the better runner of the two.
3rd and 6. Kewaskum needing to get something going here. Panthers lead 24-0 early in the second quarter. Decent rush and overthrown, and they will end up punting the ball here again.
Pass is intended for Josh Bookner. Ball's incomplete.
Indeed, they'll send the punt.
It will be 4th and 6.
Well, we're losing our programs here. They're getting kind of wet. I'm trying to keep the ads dry and doing the best I can. If we get wet, nobody cares.
Well, somebody was supposed to bring umbrellas.
I was under that impression as well.
His name was?
That would be Mike Briggs.
Mike Briggs, yep.
Yeah. You're filling in for him tonight. His wife is in my class, Chrissy, and they celebrates along with all of us. We have a little break in the change of possession. Meyer Motors, Plaza Lane in Plymouth is your source for new and quality pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and minivans. They offer emissions testing. They've been doing it in Plymouth since 1926. Proud to be a part of the Plymouth community. Visit them online at GoMeyerMotors.com. Feel free to stop through and meet their friendly and knowledgeable staff. Go Meyer Motors. I got out.
Well, 1st and 10 for the Panthers at their own 27-yard line. And we got Mike Briggs step in here for a minute. Give over the right side.
Nearing power.
Nearing.
Your right tackle.
Mark Nearing,
to the
junior here. Senior, I'm sorry. Nearing is a senior. he's going to gain about 12, 13 yards, 1st and 10 Panthers. Mike, you've seen the first half or first quarter.
Wow.
Did you expect it?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable how they came out to play. You always worry about homecoming because there's always some distractions, but not this time.
You know, and I've always felt that way all the years I've coached at different places and stuff like that. Homecoming was like, what are you going to get? You're going to get inspired kids. You're going to get kids that can't focus or you know, whatever. But I have to tell you, this Kewaskum team does not impress me as far as their physicality.
Right.
Gain of 7 there.
For a team that only lost to Winneconne in the conference.
Correct. And what was that score? Any idea?
I do not have the score.
I'm curious now. Over the right side with Nearing. Nearing cuts
look
it
at
up.
this, though.
And he's going to take it down to about the 30-yard line. The interesting thing there, Mike, is nobody touched him until he was like 10 yards into the secondary.
Right.
It'll be a gain of about
Ball
20.
Is at the Indian 30. First down, Plymouth Panthers.
First down for the Panthers. It's nice that you can take Gussie off the field a little bit and put Nearing out there and change him. Booth over the left side. He got it wide open again.
He's got 10. He can make the end zone.
Turns to the corner. He will score.
They are calling touchdown.
Indeed, it is a touchdown. 30-yard touchdown run. Panthers up 30-0. Who would have thunk?
Who would have thunk? Unbelievable. How they get ready for the extra point, I want to thank Waldo State Bank, local, independent like you. Waldo State Bank, serving the community since 1913. That's when Scott Richards tried to graduate from high school. www.waldostatebank.com, member FDIC.
Lines up the extra point.
We could have, depending upon how things roll, we could have a fast clock in the second half.
Well, I was just talking to Kurt Zope, who's doing Cameron tonight. I said, you know, that would be a good thing given what kind of weather is coming our way.
Yep. Kewaskum Indians 0.
And tell you the truth, if we get to the second half, we don't have a lightning warning, but we start, you know, with a continuous clock and we do get lightning, they just might say enough is enough.
Yep. Plymouth Glass is a family-run business. We honor and serve the people of our community. At Plymouth Glass, we have a wide variety of services. Stop in at Plymouth Glass, ready to handle all your glass needs. Also, PJ Campbell's at the Depot. The place for you, authentic German dishes with an American twist. Pat and Judy Campbell revived the original Depot, built in 1912. Bar opens at 4, dining at 5. A real historic Plymouth treasure to experience. The Panthers, 31-0. You would not have guessed 31 points, maybe in the whole game.
Exactly.
And here we have.
And the thing about it is, we have a quarter and a little bit into the second quarter. I mean, we only have about 2.5 minutes into the second quarter,
right?
And that's what the score is. It's like, wow.
The rain is picking up a little. Not that I'm enjoying it.
Nice kick down to about the 4-yard line. Going to come
nice run back. Nice run back. Goes out of bounds around the 30.
Close to the 30-yard line. And they're going to mark it at the 20.
Jed Irmer returning down the Kewaskum sideline.
Advanced Eye Care, Tim and Cheryl Ziegler know that performing your best in the field, diamond or gym requires fitness, including your eyes. Advanced Eye Care, leading the way in total vision wellness. Help become your best. That's Advanced Eye Care, Plymouth.com. Back to action here. 1st and 10 for Kewaskum. They've gotten 2 first downs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Over the right side, decent run. Drag down there, a gain of about 6.
Yeah, but it's 31-0. It's only been 1 turnover.
Correct.
Otherwise, the offense has just taken care of business.
And for the Panthers, you're seeing a few different kids in there already, and that's a good coaching move. That's how you develop the next kid that can come in and do the job. Stalemate right at the line of scrimmage, number 76 right there.
Lemler again, the ball carrier.
Got out of the grass.
This meant by a host of Panthers.
Out of the grass with number, let's see, Chance Miller. First to meet him there, but
3rd and long 3 here. 8.5 minutes left in the first half yet.
Dive over the right side. He's
He
going to
will
get that
get the
first
first
down
down.
and more.
Yep.
Lemler
See,
pushes the
now
mile ahead.
that series right there reminds me of the Kewaskum Indians, how they come out right at you. They get a little bit of the gap and they power it in there. Much different than what we saw early on tonight.
The rain is picking up big time.
We're going to do the best we can to get as much of the game as we can.
That's right. Back to pass.
And he'll throw it away. And there is a receiver in the vicinity, so no grounding there. Good pressure.
Daniel is pressured in the backfield by Mateo Troca.
That'll be second down and 10.
Second and 10.
I'm not sure Troca was there, as our public announcer did, but I believe number 33 was there.
I do too.
That's Mason Helmer.
Right.
Was putting the pressure on. And we got a timeout to the Kewaskum Indians. Second and 10.
Kewaskum Indians.
Gives me a chance to mention Van Horn. Van Horn Auto Group has grown from 14 locations and 17 dealerships statewide in Wisconsin and now in Iowa, offering customers thousands of vehicles to choose from. Van Horn, family born, employee owned. Van Horn.
Well, your wife is also one of the 50-year.
That's right. Yep.
That's celebrating this evening. Tomorrow evening.
I left downtown.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Tony Evers.
Yep.
Is he staying for tomorrow night too then?
He sure is.
Wow. And the thing is, he's not the guy.
No, he's not.
He's a classmate.
That's right, and it was very clear that's how he wanted to play it.
We just got a little lightning to the south here, but I have not heard the thunder.
I just don't want him calling anything. I want this getting done.
I'd like to get the first half in and then let them decide.
Over 8 minutes left in the first half yet. The Panthers 31-0. It is second down and 10 for the Indians. They're on their own 40.
Legal
One to go to a continue. But it has to be agreed by both teams.
Right.